In the last lecture, we are discussing about the third order reaction, the rate constant for third order reaction, and we have discussed some of the characteristics of third order reaction. So, in last lecture, we have discussed about the units of third order reaction, unit of third order reaction, and the graphical representation. Now, next characteristic that we have to discuss here for third order reaction is the half life period for third order reaction. Third characteristic that we have to discuss here, the half life period for third order reaction. Half life period for third order reaction. So half life period for third order reaction. So in order to determine half life, we know that when T is equal to T 1 by 2 half, then X is equal to A by 2, half of the initial concentration. So X is equal to A by 2. So we have to substitute these values in the equation. So we get half life here. So K3 equal to 1 upon 2 A square T. So T is equal to T1 by 2 here in that equation, into X, value of X is A by 2, into bracket 2A minus again value of X is A by 2 because it is half of the initial concentration. So A minus a value of X again A by 2 bracket square. So half of the initial concentration we have substituted here, value of X A by 2 and T is equal to T1 by 2. And if we solve this equation, simplify this equation, then we obtain 1 upon 2 A square T 1 by 2. And if we solve this equation, then we obtain 3 A square by 2 upon A square by 2 by cancelling the similar term and taking equation for T half life T 1 by 2 equal to K3 shifted here equal to 1 upon 2 A square into K3 into 3. So in rearranged manner, T1 by 2 equal to 3 upon 2 A square K3. So this is half life period for third order reaction. Half life period for third order reaction, that we obtain the value of half life period from the rate equation of third order reaction by putting T is equal to T1 by 2 and X is equal to A by 2. So this is half life period for third order reaction. Now see some examples for third order reaction. Examples of third order reaction such as twice NO, 2 moles of NO interact with 1 mole of oxygen to form twice NO2. So twice NO plus Cl2 twice NaCl, it is a third order reaction. Also reduction of ferric chloride by stannous chloride is an example of third order reaction. Reduction of ferric chloride by stannous chloride is an example of third order reaction, such as twice FeCl3 plus SnCl2 is converted into twice FeCl2 plus SnCl4. So reduction of this one to FeCl2 is an example of third order reaction where 2 molecules of FeCl3 involved, 1 molecule of SnCl2 involved in the rate equation, and the concentration of both when changes or any one changes, there will be effect on rate of reaction. So these are the examples of the third order reaction. So this is all about third order reaction, the characteristics of third order reaction, unit of third order reaction, the graphical representation of third order reaction, half life of third order reaction. So this is all about third order reaction. Now we have to discuss about the methods of determination of order of reaction, methods of determination of order, methods of determination of order of reaction. Order of reaction, we know that order of reaction is a experimentally determined quantity, so we have to determine this quantity order of reaction experimentally. So there are four methods available for the determination of order of reaction. First is the integral rate equation method. We know that integral rate equation we obtain every time for rate constant. So integral rate equation method is the one of method available for determination of order of reaction. Second is the graphical method for determination of order of reaction. Third is the half-life method for determination of order of reaction. And fourth is the differential method, where differential rate equation is utilized for differential rate method. Differential rate equation is utilized for determining order of reaction, which is not much pronounced, so we are not going to discuss this differential rate equation method in this topic. So remember these four only: the integral rate equation method, the graphical method, half-life method, and differential rate equation method. So integral rate equation method, we are going to discuss here three methods: integral rate equation, graphical method, and half-life method one by one. See the integral rate equation first. How can we determine the order of reaction for integral rate equation? Here in the integral rate equation method, the concentration of reactant and product determined at a different interval of time, So concentration of reactant and product is measured experimentally by titrating it against some suitable reagent. So concentration of reactant and product determined at different interval of time, and the data obtained for the concentration of reactant and product is fed in integral rate equation of first order, integral rate equation of second order, integral rate equation of third order. So from this we obtain value of K1, K2, K3, and the equation which gives the constant value of rate constant, the equation which gives constant value of rate equation for regular interval of time. So regular interval of time, and that is determined that determined the correct order of reaction. So this is first method, integral rate equation method, in which we know the integral rate laws that determines value of K1, value of K2, value of K3. So integral rate equation we have derived recently in some lectures, in some last lectures, K1, K2, K3. So first determine the concentration of reactant and product at regular interval of time, and the data obtained for concentration of reactant and product which feed in the equations for K1, determining K1, determining K2, determining K3 at regular interval of time. If the equation out of these three, the equation which gives the constant value of rate constant, which gives constant value of rate constant for regular interval of time, that equation determines the correct order of reaction. If first order rate constant, if we obtain the value of first order rate constant is constant for different interval of time, then that is the first order reaction. If second order rate constant K2, we obtain value of K2 constant for regular interval of time, then that is a second order reaction. If K3 value obtain constant for different interval of time by feeding this data, then that order of reaction is a third order reaction. So by putting this data, we obtain whether which constant value will obtain for K1, K2 or K3, then that is the that would be the rate of reaction. So this is first method. Second method is a graphical method. Second method is the graphical method for determination of rate of reaction. Graphical method. Now graphical method is the advantage of this method is that the graphical method is determines the rate constant and order in one graph. Rate constant and order in one graph, single graph, we obtained value of rate constant as well as order of reaction. So the advantage of this method. Now in the graphical method, we arranged the equation for first order, second order, third order with equal, unequal initial concentration in the form of straight line. That is equation of straight line. We know that y is equal to mx plus c. So all the rate equations of first, second, third order we have rearranged in a y is equal to mx plus c format, that is in the equation of straight line. So in the form of straight line we obtain these equations. So for first order, ln a minus x equal to k1 equal to minus k1 into t. So first order rate equation, if arranged in this manner, ln a minus x equal to k1 into t plus ln a. So this is first order equation arranged in this format, ln a minus x equal to minus k1t plus ln a. So it is in the form of y is equal to mx plus c. So if graph we obtain here for ln a minus x on one axis versus t on another axis, so we obtain negative graph here because minus sign is here, so slope is negative. So slope gives value of k1 and ln a intercept, y intercept given here, y intercept gives value ln a. So ln a value, initial concentration we obtain from this one. So ln a minus x versus t. So the graphical representation we obtain here in this format. So first order reaction. See for the second order reaction, the rate equation rearranged in the format 1 upon a minus x into 1 upon a minus x into k2t plus 1 upon a. This is for equal initial concentration. So from this equal initial concentration, the graphical representation we obtain, that is 1 upon a minus x is plotted against t time, k to t t time. We obtain the graph with intercept and slope gives the value of k2 and intercept, y intercept gives the value of 1 upon a. So in this manner we obtain the value of k2 also and order of reaction also from graphical representation for equal initial concentration. Also for second order, for unequal initial concentration, ln a minus x, the rate equation rearranged in this format, ln a minus x upon ln b minus x equal to twice k2 a minus b into t minus ln b upon a. So this equation represent is in the form of y is equal to mx plus c. So if we see the graphical representation for this, then y axis ln a minus x upon b minus x versus time t, we obtain the graph in this manner with intercept is here. Intercept is minus ln b upon a is the intercept here, and the slope for this reaction, slope for this graphical representation is k2 a minus b. So value of slope we obtain here, that gives k2 a minus b. Value of intercept we obtain gives the value of minus ln b upon a. So b upon a. So in this manner second order reaction graphical representation can be obtained. See the third order reaction. For third order reaction, so reaction we obtain 1 upon a minus x square equal to twice k3 into t plus 1 upon a square. We recently obtained the graphical representation for the third order reaction, and from this graphical representation we come to know the value of here positive graph is there with intercept. So we have to leave some intercept here. The y-axis a minus x square, on x-axis t versus time. This graph is plotted. So we obtain this type of graphical representation with slope equal to twice k3. From slope we obtain the value of rate constant, and then order of reaction the t, and this intercept gives the value of 1 upon a square. So intercept gives this value. So this is the graphical representation where we obtain the value of rate constant, and from which we obtain the value of order of reaction. So this is graphical method, and last method is a third method, that is half-life method. Half-life method, in which half-life of from experiments determine the half-life for the reaction at two different concentration, two different initial concentration, So we obtain half-life for two different initial concentration, and this is this method is used only for one concentration term only. Where there is one concentration term, we use this method, half-life method. So half-life of the half-life for this reaction obtained with two different initial concentration, and if half-life is independent of initial concentration, then order of reaction is first order reaction. If half-life period is inversely proportional to initial concentration, then order of reaction is second order. If half-life is proportional to square of the initial concentration, then the reaction is third order reaction. So in general we can write T 1 by 2 is proportional to 1 upon a raised to n minus 1, and reaction is nth order reaction. So nth order reaction. So this is the method for half-life method, where we determine half-life of initial concentration at two different initial concentration, and we obtain if T half is independent of initial concentration, then first order reaction, directly proportional, inversely proportional to initial concentration, then second order, inversely proportional to square of initial concentration, then third order. So in general we can write half-life period is inversely proportional to a raised to n minus 1, where n is the order of reaction. And last method is differential method, which is not much pronounced, so we are not going to discuss this method. So this is all about